Thousands of years ago, in China, there was a group of peaceful meditating monks. Because they were peaceful meditating monks, they often got robbed and killed by bandits who were taking advantage of the situation. So after a while, the monks got sick of this, and they sent out some of their members to travel the world and study different types of martial arts and fighting styles to defend themselves. Concurrently, they studied elements of nature and animals in the wilderness. And they brought everyone together and they studied and developed a fighting style called Kung Fu. And over time that's evolved and evolved. And the place of studying Kung Fu would be the Shaolin temples. Now, the Shaolin temple is something that's been in my mind for a really long time, since I was a child. I was 6 or 7 years old that watched Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee. And there was this scene at the end where he faces his rival and he says, "You've offended my family and you've offended the Shaolin temple." And it's always been stuck with me. And the story has been evolved, and I've got little pieces of information along the way, learning a little bit more and more about the history of Kung Fu and the Shaolin temple. When I was working at Starbucks, I worked with a Kung Fu instructor, and he told me that Kung Fu actually literally translates into time and effort, which is very interesting to me in this moment in time, because I put consistent time and effort into developing and evolving myself into what is now going to be an offering in a different kind of modern day temple. So with the Shaolin temple, there was an idea of a physical threat coming in, and the temple was a space to develop skills and abilities to defend against that threat. Now, I've had the privilege of being born in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada in 1986. So I have never been physically in danger. I've never faced the threat of being robbed and killed by bandits. At the same time, there has been a constant threat of mental and emotional assault from different sources, different places. Won't get too much into that in this video, but the time and effort I've invested in the past 10 or 15 years has been specifically focused on creating some sort of line of defense against the mental and emotional assault that I was experiencing. So modern day, I would say I'm much better at it, but there's always room to learn and improve and evolve, and everything else evolves as well with it. But one of the most useful tools is meditation, and one of the most useful forms of meditation is dance. It's very similar to like martial arts in terms of being present in the body, being aware of the micro movements and connecting those with macro movements. And in Kung Fu, there is a intention to defend or attack with those movements. Now with dance, the intention, at least with the intention that I offer in the temple that I will be advertising in a short little bit, is the intention for that temple space is to express yourself openly and honestly, because a lot of the mental and emotional challenges comes from playing a role, whether it's an employee, an employer, a brother or sister, husband, wife, son, daughter, all sorts of different roles that we all engage in every single day. They all come with certain levels of expectations or a way of doing it right or doing it wrong. And I think it's very therapeutic and healing, and it's also very self-nurturing to be in a space where none of those expectations exist, and you can just show up and express yourself openly and honestly. And there's a lot of ecstatic dance kind of situations going on, and I feel like those are great spaces to be free. And at the same time, I think there's also opportunities for people to be guided into how to get deeper into their body with their meditation of movement. So I've been privileged to come into contact with a 5-rhythm certified facilitator named Elisa Hollenberg, and together we'll be offering Dance Temple every week between October 20th and December 15th. More information and links in the description below, but this video is just kind of to get my feet wet back into the video blogs and to let people know that I'm back in Mississauga, Ontario, and I'll be doing more and more videos, giving more insights as to the different themes, different things I'm working on. But I've been having a little bit of an itch just to get the word out, because got the studio booked, the flyers are being developed, and there's all this excitement, and I just got to put something out right now. So yeah, that's this whole thing with the word temple has been coming up, and I've been traveling a lot in the past 2 years, jumping back and forth between Alberta, Ontario, and Mexico, and the word temple has been very predominant. And most recently I went to the Toronto Tantra Festival, and the deepening of the word temple in my conscious awareness has been very profound. And it's very important to have these spaces where there's an immense amount of focus and dedication to a certain intention. Now there's all sorts of different type temple spaces that offer different things, but dance temple is what I offer, and the skill set that I've been developing over the past 10 years. I've been going to all sorts of different classes, going to workshops, being an assistant, taking over more responsibilities in different communities, and I feel like I want to start giving back to the community in Ontario. I've done little bit things here and there, but I was never really planted and rooted to offer something consistent. So this is a very exciting time for me, and I've been reaching out to people just to catch up, but also to advertise what I'm doing, because this is 38 years in the making, and it's gonna continue to evolve. But something deep inside me just says this is gonna really branch out to something that I can't even imagine, better than I can imagine. And I have a lot of different ideas coming up the pipeline, so stay tuned. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, leave a comment. I will definitely post more videos. I want to do more dance videos and want to engage in the online community somehow, so everything is welcomed and appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.